is 15BCE2018. My idea 2020 is an RFID and multi-agent based system for improving efficiency in patient identification and monitoring. This idea proposes the utilization of a RFID labeling framework combined with an electronic database to encourage the centralization of patient records inside the doctor's facility condition. This idea will quickly present the advancements utilized before another approach is proposed, which consolidates RFID advances with an online database framework. The framework will accommodate institutionalized and concentrated doctors' facility records with a solid accentuation on information security. These days, low-cost radio frequency identification, that is RFID, has been pulling in more enthusiasm from both the industry and scholarly establishments. It has increased wide range adjustment for minimal effort and omnipresent figuring applications. For example, area following get to control and ecological conditions observing. Late mechanical advancements have opened the way to numerous new uses of RFID innovation, and this idea proposes its utilization in the distinguishing proof of clinic patients inside the healing facility condition. This idea subtle elements an answer which will homogenize healing center records by consolidating RFID and online database innovations. If we assign every patient with a unique identification, that is giving every patient an RFID tag, then many problems can be solved. No patient will be misplaced, no ward error, every information or procedures or treatments related to the patient will be identified uniquely. Also, no mixing up of patient records will be there, which is a major concern in hospitals nowadays. We are using radio frequency identification. The capacity of the RFID innovation in this framework is to hold an exceptional identifier, which will be utilized to reference the patient's records inside the concentrated database. The protest of any RFID framework is to convey information in appropriate transponders by and large known as labels, and to recover information at a reasonable time and place to fulfill a specific application needs. Information inside a tag may give distinguishing proof to a thing in make, production travel, question area data, the character of a vehicle, or creature ID. An RFID per user contains a radio recurrence handset module, a flag processor with a controller unit, and a coupling component. The per user general capacity is to give the methods of speaking with the labels and encouraging information exchange. The transponder's work is to react to a transmitted or conveyed ask for the information it conveys. The correspondence between the per user and the tag is remote over the space or air interference between the two gadgets. Also using MySQL. On the web server side of the framework, MySQL is the dialect made and speak with the social database. MySQL is quick, simple to utilize relational database management system. Its speed and little size makes it perfect for web improvement. And using PHP, and hypertext preprocessor is a scripting dialect used to collaborate with the database. PHP summons SQL orders and progressively produces site pages to show the outcomes. PHP is an implanted scripting dialect which implies that PHP code is inserted in HTML code. How to view patient details? Let's discuss that. The procedure for viewing patient information is the following. First, the patient's tag is read by the client application. The tag number is then passed to the server embedded in a URL. The PHP will then extract the tag number from the URL. The PHP page connects to the database, builds a SQL query based on the tag number, and sends it to MySQL database. Now PHP receives the response from the database and immediately begins building a page detailing the response. This web page is sent back to the client's web browser for viewing. And how to upload patient medical details. Updating of patient details is similar procedure. The tag number is sent to the server via the URL. The doctor or the nurse is presented with an HTML from where they can fill in the new patient records. Once the details are submitted, a PHP script parses, verifies and stores the details entered. It then builds a query for the database. The details are added to the database which can be viewed later. And how to upload multimedia data. PHP also facilitates the uploading of files to the server. This facility is for particular interest in this project. Now some pros and cons. Pro. RFID does not require line of sight for scanning. RFID can reduce labor cost. For companies that use returnable containers or pallets, RFID provides a way to track those items across the supply chain. Traditional linear barcodes can hold a limited amount of data, typically a serial number that references a database. RFID tags can hold larger data. Cons: RFID tags may also suffer from interference problems. The biggest hurdle to deployment in the most applications is the cost of RFID tags. The cost of upgrading equipment and facilities to use RFID is another potential drawback. Conclusions and future enhancement. This framework effectively blends the innovation of RFID and builds the security of patient information, as records must be recovered with a suitable username and secret key. The RFID tag gives a safe and powerful strategy for holding the patient identifier. The electronic database takes into consideration the strategy for holding the patient's identifier. Security enhancement. An imperative worry of a RFID framework in a healing facility condition is the security and uprightness of the patient's data. There is dependably the risk that the transponder might be checked utilizing unapproved per users. Thank you.